Hello and welcome to Focus on Liberia. Welcome to another broadcast. Anson is here hosting Focus on Liberia, where we educate, we elevate, and promote all things Liberia. You know, we always in this business of breaking things down for you. We do analysis, we conduct interviews. Welcome. Do all the usual favors, share the show with your contact. It is Christmas Eve. What a great day. The day before Christmas. And it is a special time of the year, by the way. This is a time that friends, family, and loved ones show their love for their loved ones. People exchange gifts and people send out greetings of love, to everybody. So on this Christmas Eve, we are having a Christmas Eve edition of the Hour of Politics. And so welcome. We always try to have a topic. And this topic is something, that is Christmas in nature. President Weah's Christmas song and my take and yours. I want to get your take. The president, as he will always do, release yet another song, this time about Christmas, singing a Christmas song for his nation, for his fellow citizens, and even bringing it down to our local language, if I can pull it that way, that, my Christmas is on you. And so I am here. And before we go into the broadcast, before we go into the topic, I want to say to you, Merry Christmas to you and your family. And we also wish you a prosperous and happy New Year 2022. So also on behalf of my network, Focus on Liberia, we want to say to you, happy holidays. And thank you for joining this broadcast. And let me not waste your time. Before we go into the main issue that we are here to discuss, which is the president Christmas song, I want to give you updates on two things. Number one, on the budget, and number two, on the corruption allegation against the boss of the National Election Commission, Madam David Etta Brown Lasana. Focus on Liberia and other media institutions have reported that Madam Brown Lasana was indicted by the LACC, and we just want to give you a very quick update. So talking about update, the LACC now was able to secure an indictment from Criminal Court C. So that also means there is a writ of arrest on the person of the National Election Commission, who is Madam David Etta Brown Lasana. And yesterday, she has scheduled a meeting with her staff at the National Election Commission. And report has said that she did not call, did not show up at that meeting. And that the reason for which she did not show up was she has gotten a tip that, hey, there is an arrest, there is an indictment coming from the court this time to arrest you based on the allegation or the charges, I should put it that way, by the LACC, which is the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. And when she heard that information, according to Front Page Africa, she decided not to show up because it was like the court was going to the headquarters of the National Election Commission to have her arrested. So she did not show up. And so people were wondering whether or not she was trying to escape, but no, she did not escape. The latest information here is that Madam David Etta did not follow the PPCC protocols in terms of building. According to the PPCC, Madam David Etta did not. Madam David Etta Brown Lasana did not follow all of the processes laid down by law in keeping with the Public Procurement Concession, Commission, because the PPCC is saying that they were not aware of any contract for the renter of the facial recognition thermometers that Madam David Etta Brown Lasana she awarded to a company owned by her brothers. The PPCC is saying they are not aware, because if you are awarding a contract, according to our laws, the PPCC must be aware. And not only should they be aware, the PPCC must also be communicated with formally. And by formally, they mean that you have to write something they call the contract package. The contract package, according to them, is a document that will detail which institution is doing the procurement. You have to talk about the items, the work that will be done, and you have to spell out the timeline for the invitation and advertisement, when the bidding will be opening. You have to talk about the evaluation. You have to also get the approval of the procurement committee. And you also have to talk about the expected date of delivery. None of these things were done. The PPCC stated that there was no contract package, non-description of the facial recognition thermometers. No. And you also had to state, like I said earlier, what those the facial recognitions were for. The places, you have to use them. So in this case, the NED had procured those things, had rented those things through a contract with, the boss of the next brothers. But the election were intended for Baum, Nimba, Grand Juda, and Bombing County. So in the contract package that was supposed to be sent to the PPCC, those things should have been communicated to the PPCC. The PPCC is saying that was not done. The PPCC even explained that the name procurement plan included full rentals, vehicles, and also verification equipment, motorbikes. Those were the things that were included in the contract package that was sent by the NEC to the PPCC. Now, what that means is that the NEC put out a bill for the 20 pieces of facial recognition devices. The PPCC needed to know what the NEC sent to the PPCC. The facial recognition devices were not included. The NEC only talked about motorbikes that it needed to rent for the election, vehicles that it needed to rent for the election, and also the horse that they needed to also rent for the election. But the facial recognition devices that it had gotten in the tune of $182,000 through a firm belonging to the brothers of the NEC boss, those things were not communicated to the PPCC. In other words, the NEC has completely ignored the PPCC procurement processes, and that is a violation. And what the NEC has sent to the PPCC was 200,000 for the vehicles, for motorbikes, for the hog and other items that they needed for the election. But they did not mention about the facial recognition, devices that they had to spend 182,000 for. So right now, as we speak, the neck boss is being represented by her lawyers, and she has even secured a bond. She was taken to the court at 1 p.m. Today, where she was detained briefly, but then she was able to secure, or her lawyers were able to secure, a criminal appearance bond in the tune of 367,000 United States dollars. So she was able to get a bond, or her lawyers were able to get a bond for her. So instead of her being held at the prison or at the court, she has been allowed to go home. And I think, so again, she's been charged for money laundering, violation of the code of conduct. They talk about conflict of interest. She did not make known that the people she awarded a contract, I mean, the two brothers who have the firm, that they were her brothers. She did not make that known, and so that is a violation of the code of conduct. And the fact that she channeled this money through a firm belonging to her brother so that people would not know what was being done, and more so that the PPCC, the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, had no idea. She did not communicate with them, nothing whatsoever. That is also a violation of the act creating the PPCC. So that is the latest. So she's still around. She was sent to court. There was an arrest, and she was briefly detained at the courts, but now she is being released on bond. That is the latest we actually wanted to provide for you. The other latest we want to give you on the budget. The budget is key. It was passed in the House of Representatives and is now at the Senate. We are praying that the Senate will not, sign or vote for the bill. This budget to be passed in the way it is, but they have just one thing concerning the budget for President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf we want to talk about. Then we'll go to the main thing that we are here for today. Now, in the 2021 budget, they had over $1 million in that budget for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Women Foundation, the 2021 budget. Now, at some point, the Minister of Gender was called in when the lawmakers had discovered that there was this money in the budget for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Women Foundation. When the head of the Ministry of Gender went there, Madam Wilhelmina Piso-Sedita went there, she said, well, I don't know what you people talking about. I mean, you, the lawmakers, approved this budget anyway. How will you approve a budget and you don't know what is in it? You should have known what is in the budget before approving it. So she said, I'm not aware of this money being in this budget, the budget of 2021 for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Foundation. So again, now the reason we are giving you the update here is that Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is now saying that money that was put into the budget, the 2021 budget for her foundation, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Women Foundation, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf said she did not receive a penny, or her foundation did not receive a penny. That money is over $1 million that was placed into 2021 budget. Ellen is saying, I did not receive, or my foundation did not receive any money. So the question is, where did the money go? Another question we also need to ask for is, how is this budget, generated, by the way? Now, somebody familiar with the budget told me that each ministry, drafts its own budget. We need this amount for this. We need this amount for this department, this amount for this amount for this, and this amount for this. So they send that budget, that individual ministry or agency budget, to the Ministry of Finance. Then the Ministry of Finance can compile it. The Ministry of Finance may decide to say, this you're asking for in the last budget, we give you this amount. So maybe that is taken care of. You can't get this amount. But what I'm saying is that That is how the entire national budget is generated. Each ministry and agency comes up with its own budget. So if that is the case, is the Ministry of Gender saying the amount that were put on its budget for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, because the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 2021 budget line or allotment in the tune of 1 million plus was inserted under the Ministry of Gender. Is the Ministry of Gender saying that it is not the ministry that included Ellen allotment under its ministry? Is that what they're saying? If that is what they are saying, then the next question is, who then inserted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf foundation under the Ministry of Gender? Who did that? Can the Minister of Gender go about to find out who did that? If she did not do that, then who did it? Is this the Ministry of Finance? Why are the leaders not asking the questions? Why are they not demanding these answers? Is the legislatures going to find out who did that? They call the Minister of Gender. The Minister of Gender said, I'm not aware. Are they going to continue to ask who put it there? Can they call the Minister of Finance to ask who did that? Will they even find the doer? Should they continue to ask that question? Should their questioning lead them to somebody who might have done that? Will they hold that person accountable? And to the legislature or the legislators, how could you have approved a budget without knowing or finding out every line item or every allotment, how it was even generated in the first place? You have committees in there. I know there's a committee on gender issue. There's a committee on budget. Did the committee look at the budget of the agency or ministry that it supervises, or that it has oversight responsibility on to question all these budget lines or budgetary allotments? Do they really do their work, fellow Liberians? But let me not waste time on that. We will come to the main story of the president's Christmas song. So let me conclude with the audit. So in the 2021 budget, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was giving over $1 million for her Women Foundation. The general minister says she does not know how it got that. She's not aware of it. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is saying her foundation did not receive any money. That is not only that. Now, in the 2022 budget, which is the current budget that is going through, ratification at the legislatures, at the Senate right now, our government, the Propo government, put another $1 million there for the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Women Foundation. Will that money stay there? Will the lawmakers approve it? Can the lawmakers find out this time around who pulled it there? Again, it is under the same Ministry of Gender. So the question to Amanda, Minister, the first one in 2021, you say you didn't know about it. You don't know who had placed it there. There is another one now. Do you not know about it? Can you ask, since you are saying you're not aware, chances are that, or maybe you're saying that because you did not pull it there. Can you ask who are the guys responsible in drafting your ministry budget before sending it to the Ministry of Finance? Can you not find out now who put it there this time? Is it somebody within your ministry? Is it somebody at the Ministry of Finance? Will the lawmakers remove it or approve it this time? Again, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is saying she has no clue about her foundation being in the budget and that she has not received a dime. And in this very 2021 budget, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has a flagship program called Amunje Initiative. Our government, the Propo government, put in that budget 200,000 United States dollars for just her Amunje Initiative. It's a program dedicated to encourage women participation in international leadership. They put money in there, 200,000, and then $1 million for her women foundation. So Ellen alone gets 1,200,000 in the 2022 budget that is going through ratification at the national legislature. Folks, we just wanted to give you update on that, and we also want to remind you, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in the 2021 budget got that is $25,800 for another thing that she runs called the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Children Home. She got 25,800 in that budget of 2021. But in this budget, they gave her $0 for the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Children Home. So, folks, I just wanted to give you that little update. The Propo government is giving money to Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that the Propo government, you know, when it was in opposition, the city said was corrupt and stole all the money. They're giving her money. Why are they doing that? Now, let's come to the issue of the day. Let's come to the issue of the day. Today, I will be very brief because I want you to participate. I want you to participate. Today is, Christmas Eve. It is your time to speak or forever hold your peace. The number to call is 605-313-6004. The call is 791-403 # to join the conversation. So the number on the screen is also in the scrolling text below, just so you know, because sometimes some of you don't realize that. So now let's come to our main topic of the day after giving you updates on the two issues. So President Weah's Christmas song, my take, meaning my analysis and yours. What should we do? How do we get started here? Let us listen to the president's song first of all. Today I will be very brief because I want you to talk, and this broadcast is going to go for exact 1 hour. So let me see here quickly. Let's get to the president's song. I think I have it somewhere here all set to roll. Let's see if the volume here is all good so that when people can hear it. So let's listen to the president, the preso.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. There's people with their commercial thing. Everything is commercial. So bear with us here. Bear with us here, folks. Let me get it all set again. Let's see if it is ready to roll here.
Mary's born child Jesus was born. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you, my dear. Mary's born child Jesus was born on Christmas Day, and men will live forever because of Christmas Day. Half the year the angels sing, a new king born today, and men will live forever because of Christmas Day. Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says, Mary's born child Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day. Have not yet the angels sing, a new king born today, and man will live forever because of Christmas Day. Yeah, Merry Christmas and God bless the Liberian people.
All right, folks, there you have it. The president's Christmas song for his fellow citizens in and around the world. in Liberia and around the world. What do you make of the president's Christmas song? How did the president do? Was his performance brilliant? Or was it something uh, distasteful? This president has become a singer now. Has he improved? Because this is not the first, this is not the second, this is not the third. If you count accurately, this might be either the fourth or fifth that's been released to us. We know about Lion Man, and we know about Mama Rita. And someone I remember I did an analysis on Lion Man. It was great. How did the president do? And many other songs, a few other songs that you remember. How did the president do? Was it even necessary? So let us also say this before I do my analysis. Let us be clear. The president did deliver an official Christmas message to the Liberian people. Another thing the president did was they decorated the yard of the executive mansion. There was a ceremony there. To be honest, like or hate the president, it was colorful. I agree with that. Christmas is not an African tradition. It's not African culture, but it is something that has been accepted worldwide and practiced all around the world. In my hometown of Southtown, when I was growing up, we didn't have Christmas carol, but we usually will grab a chicken and kill that chicken, prepare the best pan butter you can think about. Some people, that's the time they call gravy. Some people call collard green and all that. It was the best time for us, the young people, to eat the best of meal. That's the thing that I remember. And we would be going from one uncle to auntie and big brother here and there to collect some gifts. That was the time sometimes you would put on your best trouser. Christmas is always a time for people to celebrate this life. So while it is true, it is not an African tradition or culture, but it is something that has been accepted worldwide. So celebrating Christmas is not something that I will kick against. Nations around the world, governments around the world, during Christmas time, put something together, befitting of this particular occasion, especially those who subscribe to Christianity. So the president did that, and we say kudos to the president. But now let's come to the song. Was this song befitting of the office of the presidency? For the president to have come. In fact, what do I make of the song? First of all, the president performance, when he started, I'm like, okay, this president is sounding good. But as you listen carefully, going to the middle and to the end, it was just distasteful for me. And that is my personal opinion. So the president started well. His voice sounded okay. I'm like, okay, this my countryman is trying to do something good. And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's like the president has just lost it. Really? So I have mixed reaction on the president performance. He started well, he went bad, and he went worse, especially the end. But there were some people disagree with me too, because when I'm doing my analysis, I try to get people opinion, right? Some people say, look, whatever way you look at it, the way the president ended, my Christmas on you. Yeah. The Liberian people, my Christmas on you. They are saying that is the language of the ordinary man in the village. That is the language of the ordinary man in the street. That is the language of the ordinary woman selling in the market and the ordinary man shining shoe or doing something somewhere. So the president was connecting to the people. And so those of you who are so critical on the president, you guys are just missing the entire thing. I disagree with them. I disagree with the people. I'm not saying they don't have a point. They have a point. I just happen to disagree with their point. Look, let me go to the me analysis here quickly, folks. I told you I will be very brief. First of all, let's understand that the president is a national symbol. Get that right. That the president is a national symbol. What that means is whatever the president does, it represents our country and its people. President Weah, in other words, for you to understand it, is a representation of our country. People outside of Liberia, they see Liberia and they see the Liberian people through President Weah. When President Weah goes to France, when they see him, they see Liberia. Whatever he does, it represents Liberia. So if the President Weah were giving a speech, they would say that Liberia is speaking. When President Weah is at the United Nations and speaking, that Liberia is speaking. If he speaks well, if he delivers well, Liberia is being celebrated. Liberia is being respected. But if he does not deliver well, if he does not conduct himself well, Liberia is being misrepresented, underrepresented, and Liberia is being embarrassed. That's why we mean that the president is a symbol of the nation. So coming to the son, even though there was a local son, that does not mean that because it's local, our people should just take just about anything just because they are locals, just because they are ordinary people. The president, as the symbol of the country, should do everything to be the best and nothing but the best. Look, I am a village child. I grew up in the interior. When the elders, when the town chief rose up to speak, he spoke well. When the traditional priest, those of them who play the flute, those of you who are from Southern, where I'm from, sorry, we have one old man who was so brilliant with the flute. And when that old man got ready to perform, chillbone will come on you. That is somebody in a traditional and local setting representing our culture, representing Sastan. She offers nothing but her best every time, because whenever there was an occasion, she was informed there would be this occasion. So she will prepare adequately to come to give nothing but her best. She was the symbol of Sastan. Is President Weah the symbol of Liberia? Yes, he is. But is he up to the task of being that symbol? To some people, because they love the president, because they support the president, whether or not the president gives his best, they celebrate it because they are for him. If I love somebody, I tell the person the truth. That is the best way to show the person love. That is why those of you who are Christian, the Bible says, an open rebuke is better than this hidden love. You love the man and you are hiding to express that what the person is doing that is distasteful, that is not of good quality for the country. That is not how you show somebody love. And so these people who say they love President Weah and do not have the fortitude to be able to critique the president when the president does not give his best, does not give the Liberian people quality, they are part of the problem. So was President Weah at his best with this song intended to wish the people of Liberia that he represents? If somebody in Ghana listening to this song, would that person be impressed? Would that person respect our president? If the person will not respect the president, then the person will not respect Liberians, because Liberians voted for this president. There is a Nigerian comedian. He does mock news. Many times he had a program mocking our president. So that means our president, given the way he conducts himself, given the poor quality that he puts out there, they are not respecting him. That means equally they are not respecting Liberia. Because to mock the president of our country, you're not only mocking the president, you are mocking us. Will somebody in Nigeria listening to this song and respect the president for this song? And respect our country? And respect us as citizens of that country? Will this not have a reflection on us that we are a bunch of unserious people? Well, let me leave it there. Let me move on. So President Weah needs to conduct himself accordingly. If President Weah wants to do anything, he should make sure that that is of quality, because what he's doing, it has a reflection not only on him, but also on the country that he represents as president, or he's serving as president. So President Weah got absolutely no right to conduct himself as he pleases. Now, there are some people that even saying that it's more likely that the president was drunk. The way he sounded at the end, he sounded as somebody drunk. Now, I don't have the facts to prove it, but the quality was so bad that it's obvious he sounded as though he was drunk. He needs to do better next time he releases a Christmas song. A president must conduct himself with dignity. Was that dignifying? First of all, I come to the issue of Christmas again, folks. When we're talking about Christmas, I told you earlier it's a family event. If you watch the video, it was only President Weah in the picture or in the video. We didn't see his family in that video. It was just him, elegantly dressed in red, in colors, with flower all around him. Christmas should not only be about the president. President Weah as the first family, or his family is the first family in the country. So when he is doing something about Christmas, which is an event merely for family, his family should have been there. Many of you post pictures on Facebook, you all dressed in your Christmas costume, and you are there with your wife, with your children, and you pull it on Facebook. That is how it's done all around the world. But the president is doing a song. He alone is in this particular song. Why is it that way? Has he forgotten that his family is our first family? So his family needed to be in the picture to set the example for other families or Liberian families around the world to put their family first and center in anything that they do during Christmas time? Well, somebody may disagree with me. Well, the president was just doing his song. He will have event for his family. But this was a Christmas message intended for the people of Liberia. I would think, I'm recommending next time the president wants to do something today, he should include his family to signify that Christmas is a season for family. And he should not put himself ahead to be celebrated that, oh, President Weah sang a Christmas song. Let me progress. Now, another thing is President Weah must respect the office of the presidency and the responsibility that comes with it. The question I'm asking here is, did President Weah make mockery of the Liberian people with this song? Now, I've been asking people here and there, I've been hearing rumor that the government of Liberia is yet to pay civil servants. Fellow Liberians, is that true? I don't know. I did not get the answer up to press time here. Let me check. I sent messages to a couple of people. Let me see if I've gotten response from any of them. Not yet. So I will not be speaking on authority on this one. So I'll be watching the comment section here. If any of you is aware whether or not the government of Liberia has paid civil servants, please let me know. Did the government of Liberia pay civil servants for Christmas? I do not know. I do not know. But I heard from people that the government has not paid civil servant for Christmas. So let's get a first scenario. If at all, President Weah government did not pay the Liberian people, did not pay the civil servants, and then he is singing a song telling the Liberian people his Christmas is on them. My Christmas on you, yeah, my Liberian people. President Weah, as leader, as father of the nation, have you paid the people that work for you? If President Weah has done that, then that is his responsibility. But if at all this president and his government did not pay the Liberian people, and yet he's sinking, then if this scenario, in which the president has failed to pay civil servants, the people that work in his government. And then he's singing a song that his Christmas is on them. Then he is just mocking their situation. He's making mockery of their situation. How can you sing a song that your Christmas is on your people, and yet, President Weah, you have failed to pay your people? Again, because I don't have the answer whether or not the government of Liberia has paid civil servants. That is why I'm using it conditionally. And be conditional here that if the president did not pay the people of Liberia, people who work for the government, and then he's singing this song, "My Christmas on You," then that is an insult to the Liberian people, and this is a mockery, and then he should take this song back. Yes, no pay for December. Okay, Thomas Mumba is confirming rumors that I heard that the Liberian government has not paid people. I need more people to confirm this because I want to speak with authority on this. Oh yes, the government, someone said then, Palaku Colley said, oh yes, the government paid all her employees for December, and many institutions received text messages from the 10th to the 20th. No pay. Someone's Ansu Tonga said, no, they haven't. Anthony said the answer is yes. So Paraguay said the answer is yes, they've been paid. They pay sedition. Well, some people putting politics in this law. We'll come to the politics, right? But let us state the facts. Our politics should be based on the facts. Now, I don't know how to do it right now because some people are saying, yes, government been paid. I mean, government has paid civil servants. And some people are saying, no, some people, the government has not paid. So I will leave it that and make progress. You know, I think I've said enough already with that. Did the president pay civil servants for Christmas? Some people say yes, some people say no. I don't know it. The president has a fiduciary responsibility to uphold the image of the presidency. Did the president do that? The president is not responsible for the jolly of the Liberian people. Now, my last analysis here to bring you in. And so, folks, the phone number is in the strolling text below, 605-313-6004. Enter the code 791-403 for you to participate. I want you to speak on the president's song, what you make of it. Talking about the president, you know, Christmas song, what you make of it. And also, I talk about two issues earlier. If you want to speak to that, you can also, because we are in the Christmas season, let's dwell mainly on the president's son. Mr. Anthony said you cannot cry more than the bereaved. Somebody said I shouldn't cry more than the bereaved. In other words, whether they take you or not, why are you worrying? It's not for you. That's my people. I have to care. My role here, you know, requires me, you know, to be empathetic and responsible in all that I do and care for people. So, folks, the final thing I want to talk about in my analysis here is our president using singing. Is our president use your singing similar to Trump use of Twitter? Quickly, President Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, a disgraced president, by the way, of the United States. When he was president, he was using Twitter to communicate to the American people. And the American people, believe it or not, whether they like it or not, somehow accepted it. Because for the most part, that's how they heard from. That is how they heard from. Folks, please stop calling my personal number. Please stop calling my personal number. The number to call. And sometimes when people call, they say the phone is saying, oh, you will be charged. No, you will not be charged. Focus on Liberia will be charged. If you are using a teleconference number, though the system will tell you you pay 1 cent per minute, you will not be charged. They will charge Focus on Liberia. We pay the bill. You will not see any increase in your bill. We will foot the bill. All right? So please do not call my personal number. Call the number on the screen and stop interrupting. Please, I beg of you. So as I was saying, folks, Donald Trump was using Twitter. President Weah might be using songs to communicate, all right, to the Liberian people. It's a Christmas time. He sang his song. And when Corona came, President Weah did a beautiful song. I can say that, despite of my criticism of the president and holding accountable on things that I disagree with fundamentally. I believe the song President Weah did for Corona, was impressive. It was timely. It was the right thing to do. Even though I also feel that he could have suggested that to a local musician to do that, but he did that anyway. So I'm not taking the substance, the brilliance, the meaning, the timeliness, and everything about the song. I'm not taking it from him, but I'm saying maybe as president he should have allowed somebody to have done so. But again, that was a good song, by the way, because Corona, has just brought the entire world to a standstill. In fact, it's like a knee on the neck of the entire world. So that song was timely. Now to this song, President Weah released this song. That could be a way of communicating to the Liberian people. Trump was using Twitter. Is that the case? Well, I will leave it there, and I will now go to the phone lines and see if you are all ready to participate in this special edition of the Hour of Politics here. I focus on Liberia. Wow, I didn't realize that I've gone this far already. I didn't want to be here that long, but let me see if folks are ready to participate. Let me see if folks are ready to participate here. Hold on. Yep, the phone lines are still connected. Let me see if folks are ready to participate. Let me see if folks are ready to participate. If you are not ready to participate, then we will read comments and take leave of you. So again, folks, the number is in the scrolling text below. Do not call any other number other than this number. So we will take a short break, and we have not gotten any call yet. We will take a short break. When we come back, we will be taking calls. We will be reading comments. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. The interesting part is about to start.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jah.
Dennis Jah, thank you so very much. Let's go to comments. It seems to be Liberians are not willing to call, and I think that's what even made my work easier. So let's get to some comments here. Ansu Toga, this is now I won't read comments that are talking about the issues. Nathaniel writes, the president didn't release a Christmas song, so why are you and others telling lies? The president George Weah, did President George, I don't know. Folks, take your time to write your comments. So said that President George Weah sang a Christmas carol that is well known around the world. Singing and releasing are two different things. Well, let me leave it there. Let me hear from Washington Boca. I think the beginning of the Christmas song was fine, but the ending of it was awkward. And my friend Washington agrees with me. This person is talking to Palakbo, is not talking to me. When the government pay, your friends from other side will say no. I can tell you yes. The pay. I don't know. Please take your time, folks. Take your time. We value you. Here, take your time to read the comments. Be part of the conversation. Did everyone got paid for the Christmas here in America here? Because pay period is different here. All right, that person, that is Agatha Shelley. She's saying, hey, pay day is at the end of the month for some people. In America, I would say, yeah, many people have taken pay because here in America, we take pay twice in a month. So I got paid for Christmas. I got paid. If your second pay is, after Christmas, at least you got, pay before Christmas, so you can use that to celebrate your Christmas. And, I will leave it right there. Let me read. Ministry of Education as well pay her workers. All right. This person is saying that. Yes, let me get to more comment. Go and check the website. Somebody said I should go and check the website. Folk are not responding to the issue. Does Liberia actually have president right now? I don't think so. Liberia does have a president. Don't say that. You can disagree with what the president has done. Congratulations, President. We are for paving Lofa County Road. Okay. He's not speaking to the subject here. Samuel Tapper, Liberians have serious problem. Stop your hatred against the president. I don't know if that's me he's talking to. If that means he's talking to, he said, I hate the president. In fact, his sense of humor should be put aside when it comes to him giving speeches or appearances. It's really sad that we as a people are continuously being laughed at and publicly disgraced every time he shows up. That is Margaret. Let me hear from Augustus here. President Weah take the job at a job. I don't know what take the job. Look, folks, please take your time, man. You people need to do better here. When you're writing your comment, take your time. Don't rush. You cannot use the international standard to judge national stuff. Use national standard to judge the song. Hey, I talked about that already, and there's somebody who commented here that when I'm making my presentation, I repeat myself all the time, and I'm going to stop doing that. Sometimes it makes the show long. I gave you an example of my traditional setting, how this traditional priest who, used to play the flute, she was very elegant, and always extraordinary with her performance. She gives nothing but her best to the people of Sastan during the time. It was local, it was in our traditional setting, but the quality was profound and outstanding. Did the quality of this song show in any way that was something for the Liberian people, to say, yes, the president gave us his best? I'm saying no. The person, Dennis Flomo, right? Guys, please don't take this platform serious. Anthony here is an opposition. He support baby police. Dennis Flomo, he said, I support baby police. I don't know who is baby police. I don't support any politician, my brother. That is not true. Weah is a world best vice president. Well, that's person you're saying. Our president is a world best vice president. Hey, you can criticize, but that's your opinion. I got that again. World Communion does that to tell all leaders, even here in America. Example, Donald Trump is also Biden. Yep, that is true. I agree with that. Samuel here said the president is a human. Yeah, human can do things, very well. So let the president do that. Let's hear from Randall Noir Gay. Congratulations for the best son in. Amen. Why are my people doing so? Liberian people, you people should stop doing this thing, man. I want to read your comments because you are here. I want you to participate. Take your time and write these comments so we can get what's going on in your mind. The president is a human being. Let him be as a person. You can be as a person and give quality. Even when you are making fun, you can still give comedy. Comedy comes with quality. Who tells you to just do things just any other way is comedy? No. When comedians are performing, though they're being funny, but they're being funny in a well-organized and solid way. You can't just do it like that. Well, I have to leave it there, folks. I have to go, because of time. And also, most of the comments are reading. People are not taking their time in writing the comments. That is not making me happy. I want you to give your best, but I don't see the comments doing that. So, folks, in cyberspace, to conclude, here at Focus on Liberia, President Weah released a Christmas song, and my assessment of the Christmas song was not the best the president could have done. What he did was not the best that he can do for us. He started well, in the middle it got bad, at the end it got worse. It was distasteful at the end. it was embarrassing to me, and that is my personal opinion, to say that that means I hate the president, like other people are saying. Then I don't know what kind of planet you come from. I don't know what kind of planet you come from. Do you not want our president, anytime he puts something out there, it should be something that we will admire, that we will respect, that the whole world will listen to and say, wow, they have a talented president. Saying the president is a sinker, fine. Let him put out the best. Let the coronavirus song. It was good. In fact, the song Liarman, I like the song Liarman because it's applicable. There are so many liars among us in our communities. We all lie. So singing a song about a liar man, it was a powerful and profound message. The president lied. I lie sometimes. You all watching here lie. We all needed to be reminded that lying is not a good thing. Even the Bible talks about lying as a sin. So that was a good song. I'm saying something that the president has done that I agree with. Oh, I'm not hating that, right? But when he performed very distastefully in a way that does not represent any quality, then I hear the president, you must be joking. Well, folks, we will leave it there and we will bring you the commercial. A Liberian-owned business has entered the money transfer market. If you want to send money to your friends in Liberia, to your family in Liberia, we are telling you to use Kana Cash. Kana Cash is a Liberian-owned business. Check them up on their website, www.kanacash.com. The numbers to call for their office, 800-933-7871. The cell phone number, 301-300-7121. Kana Cash is the fastest and easiest and cheapest way to send money to Mama Liberia. If you don't want to use their website, go on your phone. Go on your phone. And what should you do when you get on your phone? Go to your Google Play Store. If you have iPhone like I do, go to your Apple Store. Download Kana Cash and start sending money to your loved ones in Liberia today. Kana Cash, a Liberian-owned business that has jumped into the money transfer business. Folks, let us support our own people. Well, final announcement yet. Our program, the Literary Hour, as you can see, the flyer comes on today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And our literature and history crew will be talking about celebrating Christmas. You want to learn? You want to get educated about Christmas? You want to know the history of Christmas, how it started, who started it, how it's been celebrated in the past and today, all the things surrounding Christmas? Then Jackie Sayer, a Fulbright scholar, and Dr. K. Mose Namwe, a professor of literature and English. They are your guys for today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and you do not want to miss it. Here, I focus on Liberia. We educate, we elevate, and promote all things Liberia. So if you really want to know something about Christmas, the history of Christmas, they will give it to you. Thank you for watching. As always, we close our broadcast with the songs that say, we are all Liberians. And I hope I was able to give you something worth your time here today. If I did not, put it in the comment section, and next time I will do better. Continue to roll in your criticism and maybe your commendation too, if you like. That's the part I don't like, though. But some people do it anyway. Sometimes I need it, right? So again, the song, We Are All Liberians, is taking you home. We see you when we see you again. Thank you, and bye-bye, folks.
We are Liberia. Liberia is our home. Liberia people. Our father, who art in heaven. Immoral is immoral. Immoral is immoral.
DJ House of Pain.
Stop abusing women rights. Women rights are immoral.
Yes, I like this one.
Immoral is immoral. Immoral is immoral.
Himo right is Himo right.
Stop abusing children rights. Children rights are immoral. Our children, they are future leaders. Our children, they are future leaders. Remember, oh, remember, oh. Our children, they are future leaders. When we get away, no more. The way they want tomorrow. Remember our